to another episode of 20,000 Leagues Under the Internet. Why am I talking like this? I'm like very low in my register right now.
That's what vacational do to you, man. You come back relaxed, fucking
everything's
loose.
relaxed. My pitch is lowered. Hello, everybody. My name is Kyle Luck, and I'll be your captain this week. Actually, that's not really true. I'm not going to be your captain this week.
Captains.
We're all the captains this week.
We've
but
embraced communism this week.
Oddly enough, we will be voting.
Yes, we've got a big vote coming up in the next couple of minutes.
But yeah, with me as always. Well, it's not always true either, guys. I keep saying things, and
this is why I wanted Kyle to intro the show because I knew he was gonna
for two fucking
it's
minutes.
like, it's an intro built on lies. But you know what isn't a lie? These two men I consider brothers. I consider them family.
Brother.
Harlan Spinks, please say something that acknowledges who you are and identifies your voice.
Hi there. Hi, I'm Harlan.
That's Harlan Spinks. John
Yeah,
Carr, please speak words.
See, it's hard when you're on the spot under a literal spotlight.
I
Can't even think of anything to say. So I was out of the country for
brag
Smuggling supernatural mugs, knockoff
yeah,
mugs. We've established this.
Yes, uber natural. I did get them confiscated at customs, so I'm back to square one, baby.
Are you on like probation or something like that? House arrest?
No, they just were like, why?
What?
Why are you doing this?
Stop it.
Yeah. So, but I had a layover in Zurich at one point on my way to Greece, and I had this Swiss pilot that like the last flight to get to my destination was from Zurich to Athens, and the pilot we got really gave me an idea of like what the Swiss are all about, which is transparency and chocolate.
Right, yeah.
So
Transparency, number one. Chocolate, number two, obviously.
Yeah. Swiss Air, they're handing out chocolates left and right. I think they gave me a total of like 4 chocolate bars on the flights. I don't know. It was wild.
That's the airline to take.
They're just God, we got so much of it. Please fucking take all this shit.
You know how like doctors have like bedside manner?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pilots should have something of the equivalent, and I think
Oh
they
my
do.
god, yes. And a lot of them don't, especially United.
Yeah, so the Swiss in general as a people, I'm not exactly sure if this is just standard, but I'm about to do a terrible Swiss accent when I do an impression here of my Swiss pilot.
Nice.
So we had a little delay. There was a 30-minute delay for our flight, and the pilot, once we're all finally on the plane and settled down and we got our seatbelts all buckled and everything ready to go, he comes on. He's like, yeah, hi, welcome to the airplane. Yeah, so sorry for the delay. We had this plane as it landed before this flight. When it was coming in, it hit a bird, a big one. Went right into the engine. Whoop, gone.
Just right in there, and just powder came out.
Yeah, just completely annihilated the thing. And so then he goes, yeah, so the flight was delayed because the teams had to look at the engine to make sure that it would work just fine. They tell me it's okay. I guess we'll see. Anyways, welcome aboard.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Thank you for flying Swiss Air.
Definitely not what you want to hear.
I was dying. I thought it was hilarious.
As someone with flight anxiety, I would get off. I would be like, I'll wait for the next one.
Air
Thank
Marshal, remove me, please.
you. Yeah, I'm going to cause a scene. I will definitely promise you that.
Yeah, so sorry to our Swiss audience for butchering your accent, but it's like vaguely German and joyous.
Yes.
So
And hard hitting.
Yes, and hard hitting. So boys, before we get to the meat and potatoes of this episode, I did have a catch of the week. It's actually it's a catch of last year, actually. You guys already made...
It's old catch. Do not eat this one.
Old
Yeah,
catch.
this one is Dirty Market.
This is definitely from the raw bar. It's been sitting out. And the scent finally caught my nose. And And I found it, and now we're doing it. So
Through
here's the thing.
time, that's how bad it is.
I literally just wanted to cover this because of the fucking name of it, because it's so ridiculous to me. So, do you guys remember, what's it called? Something Licks, Devious Licks?
Devious Licks, yeah.
Okay, so
No,
what that kind of...
what is that?
I did it as a catch of the week a while ago, where kids were stealing just stuff from their schools.
Yes. Now I remember.
So
Sorry. Fishbowl brain. Goldfish brain.
Yes, that was that kind of caused a lot of attention onto TikTok trends and kind of caused like a pseudo satanic panic.
If you're about to talk about Kia Boys, I'm gonna lose it. Okay,
I'm not. I am not. Although I did not listen to the episode that's out. Whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I didn't realize I didn't realize that might be a problem until just now.
No. But I figured if you did, I have a backup just in case.
Got it. Not Kia Boys. Cool.
So we got a TikTok trend satanic panic. Parents and clergy are all worried about what TikTok is doing to their children. Mm-hmm. So people on TikTok came up with a fake trend.
Okay.
Called hellmaxing.
Ooh.
This sounds sick, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know more about it. I'm all in on hellmaxing.
Let's go.
I just had to know. I was like, oh, that's the sickest. I want my band to be called Hellmaxers or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I was gonna say this very much sounds like a Meatloaf album cover or something like that. Like,
and I do want to.
Sounds like some
totally, John. Totally.
Sounds like some like RPG like fucking strat situation. Like, oh, dude, you on that hellmaxing strat?
10 out of 10 hellmaxed. Here's the thing. It's also all one word and with 2 X's. Just so you know.
Oh yeah, that's
sick.
Exactly how I was spelling it in my head.
Just good, great, yeah, because you're born to this. This makes sense. So
because Harland is hellmaxed.
I'm hellmaxed.
So basically, people on Twitter really took this. Twitter took the ball and ran with it.
Sure.
So they made this thing where they started. People made like a fake article talking about hellmaxing and how it's like taking over and how it's super dangerous. And a lot of other media outlets didn't do their fucking homework and ran with the story.
Of course.
Which shit like this. Parents have been warned about a new TikTok trend known as hellmaxing. Hellmaxing is a problematic trend that has police and clergy concerned. Teens are taking part in the trend, which is to commit so many sins that even the devil won't have them.
Wait, that's the trend?
It's like 5 stars for GTA, but for hell.
Yeah. But
So-
Harlan, that's
so-
the thing. There's nothing to it. There's no.
Yeah.
Hellmaxing.
Hellmaxing is just sin.
Living a fun
So
life.
just go sin.
But like actively doing sin, like doing crime, to like because TikTok told me to, which makes parents
hashtag do
freaked
more
out.
crime.
Yeah, do more crime 2022.
Shit, did we do that?
We did that in 2020. I think
So,
we were
I
doing more
mean,
crime.
Yeah. So did we directly contribute to this?
Yeah,
we were doing
I
more
see
crime
what
a
you
few
mean.
years ago.
Yeah. Well,
we
it's
basically we're saying hellmax. Is
yeah,
what we're
it's
doing.
escalated beyond crime to just straight up biblical
Just sinning.
sins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I gotta say, if
Greed,
police
sloth, pride.
and clergy are both concerned about something, you might be onto something.
Yeah.
So the other thing that I don't have 100% clarity on, but I will say it anyways because I love making baseless accusations on this show.
Hey, I mean, honestly, if listeners haven't gotten that's kind of part of this show,
Yeah.
then
Guys, I'm going to speculate.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
So basically, it did catch enough steam and get enough complaints and was possibly hurting TikTok a little bit. I don't think so. But
Nothing can hurt
the
TikTok.
hashtag... The hashtag hellmaxing is actually banned on TikTok now. Like,
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Because anything that can promote any sort of violence, they get rid of right away, right?
I'm
That's
gonna
something
start a new gamer tag, and Hellmax is gonna be my name.
Dude, that's a
Hell
good
yeah.
one. That's a good ass gamer tag, dude.
It really is.
You know what else?
So,
It also sounds like it would be like a sequel to Hellraiser. Hellmaxing.
yeah, Hellmaxer.
Yeah,
Hellmaxer.
They are doing that, by the way.
I know. I'm excited for it. It looks pretty badass.
New
What's
Pinhead.
funny to me though is that this trend doesn't even seem that gnarly and it's just the name and invoking the Christian wrath with using the
Yeah.
word hell. Also committing as many sins as possible so that the devil won't even have them. That kind of thing is gonna really get the Bible Belt fired up and really tighten that belt down.
It's actually just a bunch of teens eating a bunch of candy and just doing like the sloth sin. It's not they're not murdering anybody actually. It's like the boring sins.
This article I'm reading also is like talking about other trends that were going on. It really makes Hellmax seem like feel like nothing, like shit like slap a teacher challenge.
Well, I mean, we talked about Kia Boys last week, and that's just stealing
Literally Grand
cars.
Theft Auto.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like there are like that one fucking blows my mind. So yeah, there's worse
There's
ones.
definitely worse challenges. I mean, like the God knows how many people the milk crate challenge put in the hospital. Or the
Oh,
grave,
yeah.
for that matter.
Dude, yeah.
A lot of broken wrists and ankles for sure.
So that's Hellmaxing. It's not real. But it is kind of real in our hearts.
I was gonna say it's more of an abstract concept.
It's a lifestyle more than anything else.
It's rules to live by. Hellmax.
Just hey, baby. It's like instead of Nike, just do it. It's like Nike, Hellmax.
It's really hard to like separate the like video game kind of visuals from it because I'm imagining like a health meter, and then when you reach like a certain level, it's like Hellmaxed. So like you have done enough to like get super powered
to get maxed.
It's like some like Doom Eternal, Dark Souls from software
8-bit,
shit.
yeah,
Straight up.
It's fantastic. I'm into it and I'm ready to buy it. So whenever somebody releases it,
Hellmax the game.
Hellmax.
Send me ready to Hellmax.
Speaking of sins and sloth,
Cool.
we
Okay.
are
Interesting
gonna
transition. Okay, all right.
Well, we'll
talk
go with it.
about something we've built up over the last several weeks, which is Fat Bear Week, where these bears just gorge themselves
These
to get
big baddies are just getting wrecked.
to defend their territory. So
Alan, we've been talking about this for years. Let's be honest.
that's true.
This is a big lead up. This is a big week for us.
This is
This
not
is-
just something we concocted a month ago. No.
No, we
This
saw
has
it
been
coming.
around since the start of the show. Oh, we keep seeing it and we keep letting it blow right by. Fat Bear Week was last week.
Not this year.
Not today. I've made an
ends
entire
now.
slideshow of all the competing bears, and we're gonna go through all of them right now. This is Fat Bear Week, baby.
Hellmax it, baby.
Yeah. So
Finally, a good use of that board.
Yeah,
I know.
fuck yeah.
I actually put that in there for when we were gonna introduce you. We're back, and then I forgot. And then I was like, well, I gotta use it.
You know
I did
what?
all that work.
It's better spent on the fat bears rather than the fat Kyle. So
So, what is Fat Bear Week? It's pretty self-explanatory, everybody. Fat Bear Week happens once a year. A bunch.
It definitely needs more explanation.
It's just a bunch of bears that eat before they start to go into hibernation for the winter.
Sure.
The Katmai National Park and Preserve puts this together. I think it started in 2019. And they, with every national park service, they categorize and catalog all the animals that live on the reserve to make sure that they're in healthy standing and how they're doing, right? And they decided, since they have all this information, who's the fattest of the bears? Who's the
Gotta figure
fattest
it
of
out.
them all?
Yeah.
Gotta
And they have pitted these bears against each other, unbeknownst to the bears,
have
by
no
the way, that we're doing this. In a
this is
sort
like
of
the college athletes thing where they don't even get sponsorships. They can't even profit from this kind of thing. Like everyone's betting lots and lots of money on them, and obviously exchanging a lot of things. And they just have to be out there for the love of the game.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not like at the end of this, whoever wins gets like a fucking boatload of salmon or anything. They gotta go get that shit themselves.
right.
Maybe they get like a pepperoni pizza.
Catch a
Human
pepperoni
food.
salmon out of the river. Pepperoni
So-
salmon.
Basically, on their website, you can go see the sort of playoff lineup that they've got. And it says, choose the fattest bear of the year. Some of the largest brown bears on Earth make their home at Brook River in Katmai National Park, Alaska. Brown bears get fat to survive, and Fat Bear Week is Fat Bear Week is an annual tournament celebrating their success in preparation for winter hibernation.
Celebrating their success.
I love that it's an annual tournament.
It is a tournament.
Like they're fucking going head to head. I want to see like the ESPN treatment of this, where like they do like the fucking
Welcome back to another exciting week of Fat Bear Week. Yeah, so
bunch of dudes in suits.
Yeah, I almost wore a fucking suit.
Fucking wear suits?
I almost wore a suit for this.
Fuck. We should have talked about this a little more. As much preparation as we did next year, we're suiting up.
We're suiting up.
Suits and Jordans. I think it's only appropriate.
So we are going to talk about 8 of these bears. There were 2 like newer ones that they don't really have a whole lot going on. So we're going to start with just on the website how they have these laid out. And we've got the legend, hands down a fan favorite, a wild card, number 32, Chunk, coming
Chunk,
back.
Baby.
Chunk is the largest adult male with narrowly set eyes, prominent brow ridge, distinctive scar across his muzzle, and even at his leanest, Chunk carries substantial fat reserves, especially on his hindquarters.
All right.
It's like, look, guys, this guy's just is fat all year round.
Now, listen, Chunk is one of my favorites. I think he's going to be one of my top picks this year.
Standout.
He is just an absolute unit.
Quick thing.
Yeah.
Take bears out of your mind really quick, and then we're going to do some word association. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the word chunk?
Chocolate.
Okay. Perfect. I rest my case.
What case were you making?
The case for chocolate, baby. No, just kidding.
He's got Swiss Miss on the mind, baby.
We're back to my airplane story, baby.
Just off camera is a pile of chocolate next to Kyle.
Toblerones as far as the eye can see.
I did get some duty-free long barrel fucking
Some 12-gauge Toblerones.
Yeah, baby, tax-free. It was a kind of a hassle regardless. I don't know if I would rather pay the tax instead of for the convenience. Okay, hold on a second. What I'm trying to say is that this man's name takes after something that adds weight. This bear man's name.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot.
It's in there, dude. A chunk.
A lot of the characterization and like the appeal of some of these just fat bears are really the names.
Fat bears. Yeah.
And we will see more of this as a theme. They've just got very powerful names. For very powerful animals.
Evocative.
Really.
I'm looking at a photo here at Chunk, and I'm seeing they've got a before and after here of we're looking
That's
at July
right, John.
11th.
There is a before and after.
July 11th, and we're going up to September 6th, 2022, and I'm not seeing a lot of change here. So I'm not looking at a lot of big gains. I'm seeing a lot of these substantial fat reserves that he's carrying around all year. So. That's gonna be something that's gonna hurt him in the long run.
John, let me just say this. Looks can be deceiving because Chunk is one of the river's largest and most dominant males that exist. So he is just sort of always a fat bear.
That's a good. I mean, that's consistency right there. You want
consistency. He's a real consistent player.
No, he lives the life, dude. He lives the life. He's totally he's not even method, dude. He invented the method.
That is fair.
I have some other stats here for you guys. Not hesitant to challenge and displace others from the resources he wants. His behavior on the court or in the field can be somewhat enigmatic. He used to wait patiently to scavenge leftover salmon, and even played with the other bears, which are uncommon traits for such a dominant player.
Interesting.
So he shares. He's not like reserved and he's not cornered off. He like is down. No. He's a community bear.
He's a community bear. He's a community leader. You know, outside of his performance on the field, he is a community leader at the end of the day. Also, due to his size and strength, Chunk is poised to take advantage of opportunities not available to most other bears. He gets first pick.
Play tight end for Notre Dame.
Yeah, exactly. Sponsorships, things like that. I think it's more about just being able to pick his placement in the river.
Getting
You know
those
what I mean?
delicious-ass
Oh.
fish. Those big,
Yeah, exactly.
delicious-ass fish.
Yeah, there's not a lot of other bears that are going to be coming up to Chunk and challenging him and his position.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean that will allow you to have a good, solid access to like a regular food source that will really contribute to that weight gain.
Yeah, his size, like it says, his size and strength really provide the advantage.
Absolutely.
For that feeding opportunity. Any thoughts on Chunk? How are you guys feeling? Do you think you might be voting for the old Chunk?
I'm feeling good. I think, I got to see who the other players that are out there. He is wearing Magic Johnson's number, so I do like that.
Number 32, baby.
Yeah.
Magic
That
Johnson.
does bode well for me.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. I think it's maybe a little too nail on the head. I need a little more personality. Just because this dude's big and he's in a big bear competition, big boned, big bodied, fat bear week competition. He's really slotted to do well. So I want to make sure that I don't just get attached to him right away. I
Kyle,
want to make sure I'm looking.
You have to remember too. He's never won a Fat Bear Week. We've got several other
That's an
returning
underdog.
champs. He's an underdog technically.
So that is a good point, and that does change kind of where my mind is at. To me, in my mind, this man's already a champion.
Yes,
so I
definitely.
don't even necessarily know how I can even be rational, or what's the word I'm looking for here? Unbiased.
Pragmatic? Yeah.
Unbiased in my decision here. I just know too much now. Chunk, respect. I need to see the other combatants.
All right.
You gotta ask yourself: is he driven?
Is he? Does he have the drive to really bring it on home? So the next bear is number 128, Grazer.
Excellent.
Heyo.
Grazer is a large adult female with long, straight muzzle, conspicuously blonde ears, and is often one of the fattest bears to utilize Brooks River. By the way, the descriptions on the website sometimes sound kind of fucking rude.
Like judgy?
yeah. But in this
Step
context,
off, man.
Also, is this sexism in this? Because we're talking about a female bear. All of a sudden,
absolutely not. You have to think about the cubs here, Kyle.
Okay,
Grazer
all right.
has had many children. Honestly, feels like she's setting up a bit of a franchise in the Fat Bear Week pantheon.
Yeah.
Okay.
She is, I took some notes here. She is an aggressive defender, keeps that eye on the ball, and like I said, feels like she's passing the baton down a little bit to those Cubs.
Trying to set up a dynasty here.
A dynasty. That's what we love to see in Fat Bear Week.
I'm looking at Grazer's photos right now, the submitted photos that I'm sure her publicist chose.
Yeah.
She looks really good out there.
Yeah.
Looks really good in her element. She looks comfortable, you know
You
what I
know,
mean?
and so much of winning the Fat Bear competition is about optics. You gotta
It really is.
have a persona.
You gotta, because there's a lot of fat bears out there. You gotta find your niche. You gotta find out the
Exactly.
part of the world you're
Set
gonna
yourself
carve out.
apart.
That's true.
Exactly.
And we're looking at the difference in photos that it's not even really a 3-month span, and we got a lot of gains going on.
We got a
here.
lot
We
of
got a lot of
gains.
gains, which we didn't really
Woo!
see with Chunk.
No, that's true.
This is the kind
It
of
is
thing
promising. Those are the kind of things that you want to see longevity with.
Look,
Now-
you invite Grazer to Thanksgiving. No one's getting seconds. You know what I'm saying?
No, well,
100%.
no one's probably getting first because Grazer is quite a defensive player out here, guys.
Okay,
She preemptively confronts and attacks much larger bears, even
Wow.
large and dominant adult males.
Okay,
This is it's a risky move. You gotta give it to her for that. But on the flip side, her cubs are learning all this stuff. This is a benefit to the dynasty, guys.
That's
Right, right,
that's
right,
really
right.
what's
This is
going
the
to set people
matriarch.
up for success in the long run.
Exactly. She didn't separate from her cubs at the beginning of the third summer. Instead, she cared for them an additional year. Just out there training, just hitting the paint, getting them prepped for their eventual win.
Guys, I got to tell you, Grazer's becoming a standout for me. Just purely because of the defensive nature, because of the aggressiveness.
Strong.
I think that is hunger. That is hunger that is really it's pulling out front ahead of the pack for
Grazer
me so
wants
far.
this, I think.
I-
She
I
wants
agree.
this win.
It's these days scholarships are just handed to players these days, and this person Grazer here really had to fight for it. Clearly,
a single mother accomplishing so much. It is incredible.
Yeah.
And you gotta love it. You see it with the Mannings in the NFL. You gotta love seeing Grazer setting up a dynasty from the get-go here in Fat Bear country,
making a name for Grazer. Look for future Grazers.
I'm sorry. The facade of us treating this like a
Also, we didn't talk about doing it like this. We're just like doing
I
it.
said I'm doing my best sports announcer.
Oh, I completely blacked that out. I'm just like, yeah,
we're
I'm
on
following your lead.
ESPN 10 now.
Oh yeah. ESPN 1010. It's way down at the end of your channels.
Yeah.
All right, feeling good about Grazer. I do really like Grazer. She's not up on the roster just yet.
Interesting. Dark horse here, huh?
I don't think, 128.
Casts a big shadow. Everything else is a dark horse.
Yeah, she comes Saturday. Or, I can't, Saturday
Also,
it looks
we're
like.
recording, what is the date? October 5th.
October
right?
5th.
This is October 5th that we're recording this.
Yeah.
Because everyone's listening to this, are like, guys, the results are in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well.
I mean, you can laugh and tell us that we're wrong.
Next year, we'll do this live on Twitch, yada, yada.
Yeah. Moving on, number 151, Walker.
Yes.
Another large male bear, light. Sorry, there's another.
Yes.
There's another description. Walker is a large adult male with a light bowl or pear-shaped body.
Okay.
I'm looking at a photo of him, and that is fucking accurate.
Yeah, the first one for sure.
I like the pear shape really does it for me on the second photo, the Gaines photo.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I don't know. Listen, guys.
My boy is thick.
They couldn't have picked a better photo for the second one. It looks like he's looking at the camera like, what are you doing?
No.
He's like, I'm falling here.
He looks like he's about to fucking slide down the waterfall.
No, guys, that's what I like about this. You can tell Walker's out there working. He's out there working so much. There's no chance for a fucking vanity shot. In fact, he's annoyed with the press. This man's a maverick. This man's a rogue.
Kyle's really... You gotta take a look at how the press is really treating him, because he has been described as having dark eye rings and large wounds. I mean, this is absolute.
He does have wounds. I can see the wounds.
Look, he doesn't seem to be so sure-footed on the court, and I gotta say that's probably due to just negligence. That's probably due to just being clumsy.
It's true.
I think it's an attention thing, man. He's only focused on one thing, and that is the fish. He's only focused on the fish. He doesn't care what befalls him otherwise. He just knows that Walker needs the fish. That's it.
That's fair.
Yeah. He speaking of the fish, he prefers to fish in the far pool, on the lip. He doesn't really go for the usual, more strategic locations, perhaps. And just
interesting choice.
Interesting tactic. We'll see some more interesting tactics from these bears a little later on. It is wild what some of these bears get up to out there.
Oh my gosh.
A little backstory on Walker. He remained a tolerant and playful bear during his young adult years, even allowing other bears to approach him, and he would seek out sparring partners for prolonged play fights. However, as he's matured as a player and as a bear, his priorities have changed a little bit. And he often asserts his disposition onto other dominant bears, and expresses much less tolerance for the other bears, including former playmates, compared to his behavior in the recent past. So,
look, that's just growth. You know, that's growth as a player. That's growth as a bear.
He's mixing it up.
Maturity and width at this point, and you just got to accept that. Things change. You get bigger.
Well, with your size, too, he's able to really flood the zone and go hard on defense out there. You know what I mean?
Flood
the
zone.
Really take up the space.
Taking up the space, making himself known.
The way
he is not to be trifled with.
The way you become dominant is by simply existing in a space unwaveringly. That's how you become dominant.
He's out here playing prison rules, guys.
Yeah.
He is here to fuck shit up.
And he's got the wounds to prove it. He's clearly out there 24/7 staking his claim.
That could just be from falling down in the river. It seems like he's not
I mean, he doesn't seem to be very agile, let's be honest.
Well, once again, this is how the media is portraying him. So maybe there's some invested
It's a
interest for
hatchet
him.
job, guys.
Yeah, maybe they want him to go down. I don't know.
Moving on to our fourth bear, number 164, no other name given. This is let's see.
To earn it, I guess. How's that work?
Yeah.
164. Well, they are, I think, one of the younger males that's out there right now.
Up from the junior league. There is a junior fat bear as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we're not here to fuck around.
No, we're here for the pro leagues.
The most distinctive physical feature is an indentation at the base of the upper muzzle. So they've got a look. They stand out in the crowd.
So maybe we can call this bear Owen Wilson.
Oh.
Owen Wilson.
Wow.
Oh, yes. I see what you're going for. Hell yeah. Yeah.
Man,
Owen,
I was hoping that joke
164.
would land a little bit better, but that's fine.
Oh, no, John, I'm sorry. I was in sports mode, but it landed for me.
Great.
This bear was identified in 2019. The little background, the younger bears must usually wait their turn at the falls to try less preferred fishing spots. But this is what I was talking about. This number 164 is a real innovative player, a real utility player, if you will.
All right. I'm
They've
interested.
invented their own way to catch fish, where 164 will stand at the very base of the falls and plunge into the pool. At this location, you can catch salmon swelling up from below, jumping through the air, or falling down from above. So literally risking life and limb out there to get these goddamn salmon.
Okay.
Interesting. Maybe innovative, but maybe not a smart player.
I like the innovation
True.
because we play this game. We love this game. It's a classic game. There are traditions.
sport
There
of
are
kings.
rules. There is also
Salmon fishing.
there's also like an established set of skills you need and things that will prove successful over time and time again.
Yes.
You can play it safe. You can continue to play it safe. Always. You can always do that and always be a contender. Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll just end up with the name 164 and not get an actual name. But this 164 right here, I guarantee you, next season, absolutely going to have a name. He's earning it right now. He's earning it right now by innovating the game. He's changing the game. Okay. He's sticking. He has a foundation of the classic strategies, but he's just putting his own little twist on them, and he's diving right in.
No, Kyle, that's fine. You can take that position. I'm gonna still sit back here and just be a skeptic here because I think this bear is taking too many risks. I think he's getting out there and he's doing silly things. He's risking his own safety and the safety of others. And frankly, I feel like it's reckless.
It really is, John. I think that's one of the things we do have to really, really consider. The rules and the rule book have been written for a reason, right? They work. They're tried and true.
This is old as time,
Not to
gotta
say-
respect the game.
Not to say that you can't adapt and change and add things, but this seems a little too far. I don't think the audience is really going to jump on board with these kinds of adaptations and techniques.
I will preemptively name this bear.
Oh, okay. We're not
this
going
bear-
with Owen Wilson then.
Clearly fucking not.
No, because I'm going to go with what they're probably going to name him.
Okay.
Which is YOLO the bear. I think.
Colin.
Yeah.
I think there's Yogi already, but now we got YOLO. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Yogi's too on the nose. I will also say this is one of the bears that was up for public voting, and I did vote for 164 because I just really wasn't feeling the competition in that lineup, which I wish I could remember what it was. I'm sorry, I can't.
Oh, I have it. Well, it doesn't matter.
But I think it was actually this next bear we're going to talk about, number 335, another unnamed bear, another rookie out here. Bear 335 is a medium small subadult. Her fur is a light blonde in early summer, darkens to a dark Grizzled brown.
Grizzled brown.
Yeah. This is 335 is one of the youngest bears in Fat Bear Week this year.
She's a rookie.
She is the daughter of a returning champ who's also part of this playoff, Holly. She returned last year. This is her first as an independent bear. I
mean, you got to bring that into question. Is family going to come in between these two bears here?
That's so true.
Separate the game from family when you're on the court. How do you compartmentalize and think, you know what? I respect my family. I love my family, but I'm here to play the game. How do you do that?
It's really going to be interesting. It's good, Kyle. You make a great point. It's going to be really interesting to see this matchup.
Yeah, I do hope that there's not any rivalry that would stir up any bad blood between these family members. 335 typically catches salmon, or she's, like we said, not relying on mom anymore for that protection and guidance.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
She has done a decent job of navigating those challenges by taking another sort of tactic by fishing upstream further away from all the other dominant players out there.
Okay.
These youngsters coming in here, they're trying to change the game. They're trying to switch it up. I do have to say, I'm looking at these photos, these progress photos, and I'm not impressed. I know that she's a rookie, but... man,
you really got to bump those numbers up if you're going to make a name for yourself out there.
You got to respect the game.
The upstream salmon she's able to catch, maybe they're not of the caliber, the ones that escape her downriver.
The parks department put out a statement that says she appears well positioned to enter hibernation in good health. So. Wow.
And that's coming from the board.
And look, everybody's frame is different. So the weight you're putting on and tacking on to your own individual frame, it's going to look different. You look at someone like Chunk out there, he's a champ.
Absolute monster on the field.
Those
surface level, you're looking at him, you're like, that's got to be the guy. But when you look at frame to weight ratio, we might be looking at 335 as a quick contender here.
Exactly. And that might benefit a smaller bear. You're more agile, quick on your feet. You're not falling down the fucking waterfall like, what the hell his name was?
Ironically named Walker.
Oh, Walker, yeah. Not good at walking.
I think we gotta look to the future for 335. This may not be their year, but I think, we'll
definitely keep an eye on
contender in the future, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Our next bear is... number 435, Holly.
Yeah.
Daughter of the bear we just, mother of the bear we just talked about.
Okay. I mean, look at these photos, guys. You look at 335s. By the way, can I just say the 335 is a very famous guitar model number.
Oh, okay. So we're just gonna call that one guitar.
No. BB King has a 3.
Oh,
BB King has a 335 named Lucille. Can we just call that 335?
Oh yeah, 335 is now called Lucille. That's such a good one.
So
phenomenal.
So Lucille, daughter of Holly. Holly, now the mother, she's been doing it a little longer, obviously, but look at that.
She is a returning champ.
Those are good gains.
Winning 2019's Fat Bear Week champion.
Even Chunk.
Okay,
when you look
return
at Chunk's,
champ, yeah.
When you look at Chunk's other photos, you see like a lot of that hanging hair. Looks like a lot of excess. With Holly, it's nothing but
sheer
meat,
volume.
Baby. Look at that shit.
Looking at that second photo where she's put on mask, that looks like a man-eating bear. It doesn't look nice.
I can maybe outrun her.
Fuck off. Absolutely fuck off, Kyle. I could outrun that bear. Even a bear that's like
Kyle,
fucking...
when was the last time you ran?
Yeah, I ran the other day to fucking try to get into a door. Someone was holding a door at 7-Eleven to me because I needed to go buy sunflower seeds and like a tall can of beer.
Sure.
And like I hustled a bit and like basically like twisted my ankle after running 5 feet. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Holly's gonna get me.
Yeah, even like a bear that weighs like 1,100 pounds, I think they can run at like 35 miles an hour.
Also, once they get churning, once they get going, baby, it's 40 plus.
That is an unstoppable force. And you are not an immovable object, Kyle, unfortunately.
You're land salmon. You're like 7 lamb salmon.
So Holly, again, she her color is that of a light toasted marshmallow. First identified in 2001, she has reared several litters of cubs. Another dynasty maker, in the process of becoming one of the most experienced bears at the Brooks River. She's had her hardship when Holly and her single yearling arrived in 2007. The yearling had a pronounced limp. Despite the challenges that come along, she still raised that yearling and successfully cared for him. This bear, I only left this detail in there because her child is now called Backpack.
Oh.
What? This cub is called Backpack.
89.
Number 89.
What the? I love Backpack.
Yeah, it's a good name for any animal, really.
It's like C-3PO in fucking Cloud City, man.
Holly also adopted a lone yearling cub into her family in 2014 and raised that alongside her biological cub. And she is now able to concentrate on her own needs, get that body in shape, and accumulate that fat.
Yeah.
All that fat to absolutely dominate. But
I feel like
I don't know.
Holly is one to watch for sure.
I'm a little nervous on Holly. I'll be honest. She's had a lot going on in her life. I know she won 2019, but I don't know. She seems like somebody who's lived a life that maybe thinking about retiring almost. You've had that many children. It's time to maybe settle.
You know what happens in retirement? You get real fat.
We are playing not a game, so trying to figure out the best strategy here is.
I do wonder why humans who so keenly observe animals like this, bears, have this pattern every year. Does it not seem appealing to tack it all on, only to sleep for months and wake up fucking ripped, basically?
I mean, if it didn't kill you in the process of doing that every year, that'd be great.
Yeah, I mean,
basically do what Mac did on Always Sunny.
The ripped thing is the problem because your muscles just kind of atrophy and just die.
So yeah, if you just lay there, like you pack on like an extra 100 pounds, whatever, basic
chimichangas,
then you lay on your back and just evacuate your bladder and your colon as needed. For like months, you just lay there, starfished, facing up towards the sky.
I think this is actually the plot of Darren Aronofsky's new film, The Whale.
God, I hate this. This is a horrible image.
Well, I'm just wondering, like, isn't this a better life? Isn't there a better life than what humans have chosen to live so far? Are these bears out here inspiring us to challenge the norm?
I'd like to be awake.
You can be awake, baby. I'm just saying, you eat so much, you don't have to do shit for months. Except shit. Fuck it. Fuck it, man. Just curl up in a ball during winter and disappear for 3 months. I have to call this out. I love that sometimes, this is rare, where I go so far down a road that you guys actually have nothing to say.
Yeah.
And then you try very hard to get us back on track or like.
I'm trying to find the yes and thread here.
No. I love it. I've been gone for weeks. You guys have had it soft. I just threw you guys into the fucking crucible right there, baby.
Okay, we're gonna move on. We got 3 more bears to talk about quickly. Number 480, Otis. This is another fan favorite
from last year.
Another
Otis was the winner last year.
Monster. Otis is a medium-large adult bear, blocky muzzle, floppy right ear, and
signature floppy right ear.
That's actually all the fans in the crowd do this. They go, oh.
Yeah, exactly. Right that's like the wave, but just one hand. He was identified in 2001, and he's now one of the older male bears out here. Otis remains a large bear, but he faces strong competition from younger adult males for preferred fishing spots. He'll likely be displaced by these bears when than he is to displace them. Again, getting old, aging out of the game.
Yeah.
I like a little salt and pepper bear, though. He looks good.
Yeah, there's other things that Otis needs to really think about, though. He is in poor health. He's missing some teeth. It doesn't make it this his chances that any easier.
I do want to know if that's like a lapse in judgment on his support team, though. Are they not getting in his ear enough?
Yeah, where's his pit crew out here? What are they doing? They need to get out there quickly.
Oh, shit, we lost another
fix
tooth.
those teeth. Yeah,
Is
exactly.
everyone in this corner just saying keep pushing it? Because at this point in your career, you got to be careful. Any misstep can really put you out and really shorten that lifespan.
It's true.
He's probably shirked the team at this point. He's probably just going on his own. He
knows
he's
what he's
champion.
doing.
He thinks that he's got it in the bag, and he's just going for it.
Well, I mean, you can though see that maybe he's become a little less interested in this competition. He doesn't chase the salmon anymore, although he is a skilled angler, being able to catch the salmon. He doesn't chase them. He's trying to not expend as much energy as a younger player might.
Well, look, when you're a 4-time champion, you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
Well, not only that, but he has a record-setting salmon eating score where he ate 42 salmon in one sitting.
Yeah, it's an SES.
Yes.
42 SES. It's pretty common. I don't know how you didn't know that as a professional.
Is Otis the Joey Chestnut of the salmon eating world?
Exactly. Yes, he is. 100%.
SES 42, which is pretty dominant in the field. You should know this.
Joey Chestnut's teeth are also falling out of his skull as well from all of the fucking hot dog. Yeah.
Which actually makes it easier for him to eat.
Just
He's
coming
just
down.
getting away in a fucking hot dog eating contest.
That's true. To
Slurp
make
it
it
down.
stuck, more friction really is what it is.
Yeah, less in the way to prevent the hot dog just going right down.
Right.
Yes, John, he is a returning champ, 4-time champion. But again, it's one of those things. It feels like he's aging out of the role a little bit. I don't know that he's going to be able to maintain
I
this
love
level
this
of
little-
athleticism.
I love this little nugget. He was the inaugural Fat Bear Tuesday champion in 2014.
Oh yeah, 2014. Yeah.
Now, guys, back in the day, it was just one day. We now celebrate this for a week. It's Fat Bear Week
true.
now, but it
Yeah.
used to be Fat Bear Tuesday. I think on a play on Fat Tuesday.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was.
You know, I think Otis he's in the sunset of his career right now, and I
This
think
is it,
we
but
gotta.
You got to admire
respect
the
the player,
pioneers.
you know?
Yeah, exactly, John. Like, he's been around since the beginning. He is the franchise, like...
He's the face of the
flagship.
franchise.
Yeah.
Face
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
franchise, for sure. Otis. This is one of my favorites. I'll probably vote for him if he makes it that far down the lineup. Moving on, though, another favorite, which I voted for this week, was 747, guys.
I gotta say, looking at these photos, oh my fucking god!
Yeah, this
Yeah,
man's a
I mean-
this thing's a beast right here.
That first photo looks like he is a zombie bear come back to
Yeah.
life. It's
He
quite
has
unfortunate.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
remember that bear from what was that crazy sci-fi movie that it was a zombie bear? Annihilation.
Oh, Annihilation,
Oh,
yes.
Annihilation.
Yeah, it definitely is giving Annihilation vibes there. 747 is a very large adult male with a blocky muzzle and we got another floppy right ear. Biting Otis's style, perhaps. Let's see.
It's a competitor, baby. This is the not the usurper, but this is the guy who's going to carry the torch.
Yeah. From the Fat Bear Week website, few brown bears ever grow as large as the bear who shares an identification number with a jet airplane.
That's what they say when he enters the ring.
With a jet airplane. So good.
He is, I mean, it is an apt name to be given him, even though it is just like a random designating number, because they also say he has become one of the largest brown bears on Earth,
God damn.
weighing up to 1,400 pounds. Another skilled and efficient angler, where he fishes in the jacuzzi, near the far pool of the falls.
Does jacuzzi mean something different than what I'm thinking?
It must.
I think it's just like where the water falls down and it looks like a jacuzzi.
Yeah, hold on.
That's fun.
I'm looking this up because I just gotta know.
If he's just out
that's
there
wrong.
lounging.
Yeah, he's
What
just
does
in a whirlpool.
747 keeps his status by sheer size alone. Most bears will recognize they cannot compete with him physically, and they yield space upon his approach. He shows that skill and size influence success in the bear world. He was 2020 Fat Bear Week champion.
Heyo.
Wow. Okay, so we have another returning champ.
So, guys, this only gets weirder. I'm looking up jacuzzi right now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I think 747 literally has a jacuzzi of fish that he hunts in.
Yeah.
It seems like he's maybe got a product, like one of those above-ground jacuzzis with jets that he's got fish in.
Mm-hmm.
He hops in there, and he just eats the fish. Because I'm not seeing anything in nature that appears as jacuzzi here. I think he's got himself a jet-powered water bathing system that he loads up with fish.
Yeah, you know, that does give him a distinct advantage in Fat Bear Week, if true.
Sometimes money really does have an effect on your play of the game, you know? You get access to the better utilities, the better equipment, that kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, it's just like Formula One. You gotta take every advantage you can, get those sponsors, get those salmon.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love 747. He's a big old boy. Again, largest one probably in the world.
Big old boy.
Also, look at that focus in the after photo here.
Yeah, I mean,
there's nothing behind those eyes.
No.
We're approaching hibernation. He's still thinking about food. He's ready.
And I was saying this earlier. You know, you want your players to have a persona, to have some character. And man, is he bad to look at. So I'm not. I don't want to be scared of a bear I'm rooting for. I want him to be thick and just in it to win it. I don't want him to scare me.
He doesn't look happy.
Yeah, it seems like he's part of maybe a legacy of players that, and he just kind of fell into it, you know. I want that drive.
What a chance numbering.
Truly.
I think he could also go by jacuzzi. I think that still works.
That is also apt. Yes, that would work.
Yeah.
Very
so good.
We've got one final bear here that I wanted to talk about. Number 854, Divot.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Divot is another rookie coming as a
great showing.
Medium. Is this a dog show now? Let's see those teeth.
Well, I'm looking at the after
some
photo
of them don't
here.
have that many.
I'm really sorry to our audio listeners, but for our visual listeners, or for our synesthesia,
I am a visual listener. Yes.
Yes, for our video viewers, you're all seeing these photos right now. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Look at the
a very
poise.
svelte bear.
It's
looks
a majestic
great.
Second photo. So.
Divot is a medium-large adult female with short, straight muzzle, closely spaced eyes. A distinctive feature is a prominent scar that completely encircles her neck.
Everyone loves a good trauma story.
It is. She has seen her rigors. She's suffered some setbacks, but bounced back and is in full recovery. She uses areas of the river corridor where people gather. So again, out there for the crowds, out there for the fans. She wants to give the fans what they're here to see.
They want to see it. They want to see it happen live.
Although she did, in 2014, wander west outside park boundaries where her neck slipped through a wire trapping snare, taking those risks maybe a little too far. She was able to break free the snare's anchor, but not before its noose cinched tightly around her neck. Park rangers and biologists were able to tranquilize and remove the snare.
Wow.
Divot has quickly recovered from her injuries and has continued to thrive. The circle scar around her neck remains evident of her ordeal. So wearing that battle wound, proudly showing it off to the crowds every year when she is out here.
Wow, I can see Divot getting a lot of sympathy votes, but I'm not seeing a lot of evidence of like dominant food consumption.
Not a dominant player, no.
Not a dominant player, but I gotta say, I mean, the going off course, going out of bounds, that is, you know, something that maybe you gotta watch out for as a younger player.
She's a wild card, maybe.
You really don't know what they're gonna do.
The weight gained out of bounds, does it count against her, or does it still get factored in?
I don't believe there are bounds in this game of Fat Bear Week. Pretty much anything that these bears can eat anywhere within the confines of the park.
Barred.
No holds barred.
If a bear named Divot by chance were to wander into town and hit up the local Safeway
And find a table and smash it over the head of a local
Perhaps
patron.
Run into a White Castle.
yeah,
Eat
and just
200 to 300 burgers.
easy.
Okay.
Would that poundage gained, would those calories count against them? Probably not. It sounds like
Probably
it's
not,
fair game.
mainly because trying to weigh these bears and figure out what their BMI is extremely dangerous for the referees out here.
Yeah.
They will
Imagine, holy shit! I mean, imagine like the referees in the woods in like the black and white
getting
stripes,
disemboweled.
like scared shitless, like have to blow whistles and shit, then run away.
I
Like,
couldn't get it this week. Fuck.
Harland, take us through what our draft system is here. How are we picking our team? How are we voting?
Voting is live on the website. They pit them head to head. I'm trying to find, let's see. I guess they had one. There's another one tomorrow. So Divot and Walker are going head to head tomorrow. You can vote for that one. 9 a.m. I'm trying to find.
This is gonna be out. This is done, dude. Well, me
Yeah.
and John could vote.
It'll be over by the time this airs. Jesus Christ, who is that from 28? Sorry, I'm looking at old bears now, and that's a crazy looking bear. Yeah, you can go to the website and check out the winners, but I don't know who's everybody feeling.
Okay.
You know, who do you want to win?
Yeah,
Who's
Okay,
our?
so are we
where
making
you
our final predictions here? Because we're obviously not going to be able to be very present
Timely.
in voting here.
Yeah, totally.
Boy, if I have to make a end-all pick here, I'm looking back at our players, our participants here. Man, I gotta put money on an older champion. I gotta go for 747.
Yeah, I'm leaning
right.
towards 747 myself as well, but I'm
Interesting,
really
boys.
I really think I'm gonna have to put money down on Otis. If I'm being totally honest, I know he's the oldest one.
This may be
and
his last season.
This might be it.
Yeah.
This is one of those things where you got to respect the champion. If Babe Ruth was playing right now,
You
know what I
gotta.
mean?
Yeah, exactly.
For
Just to
me-
hit a dinger out of the park, man.
for me, it's no doubt. I'm going for Grazer.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's so weird. I had made my mind up earlier.
And forgot and just remembered.
No, it was what it was I scrolled back over everybody and I got like a really strong emotional response from Grazer. But you know what it actually was that I wanted to vote for? It was fucking Walker, dude.
Walker. Oh yeah.
I like my
booty.
big clumsy boy. I
mean-
he's not like a media man. I like that he's off. He's not into the camera.
Right.
Clearly.
Yeah.
I appreciate that he's really only there for the game, and he doesn't deal with the bureaucracy of it all, and just is there to fucking hibernate.
That's true.
you know?
I mean, at the end of the day, we've got just so many great players out here representing Fat Bear Week. It's hard to pick a favorite.
It's not about favorites. It's about picking a champion.
A
Yeah.
champion, yeah. I'm going Otis. Kyle's going Walker?
Yeah, I'm
or
going
Grazer?
Walker. It was Walker. I do runner up for me as Grazer, but I gotta go for Walker. I can see his face and know that we are kindred spirits, and just see a little of myself in Walker, and hopefully we don't fall down the river today. You know?
All right. Well, those are our picks for Fat Bear Week. We'll
Tune
do
in next week to find out if we're actually fucking right.
Yeah, if our predictions came true, we will we'll do an update on this next week, and Fat Bear Week has concluded.
I just noticed Bacardi 151 has made an appearance in the form of Walker. Walker's number is 150 fucking one.
I love that Kyle's just trying to change the names of these bears.
I can name
like
these bears
that one.
better, baby.
100%. I think
You can do better than Backpack.
No. I wouldn't touch backpack. I
No,
think
never.
that's-
We never
John,
touch backpack.
You're right. I flew too close to the sun there. You're
come
right.
on.
After learning about backpack, I really do hope that backpack ends up competing at some point in the future.
I love it.
Couple years, you know.
Backpack's already in the game. You know, fans have already learned about
In the
backpack.
press.
Yeah, it's happening.
He's got some distinctive physical features with that limp.
inevitable.
I don't know. I think he's got some real potential. Anyway, that has been our Fat Bear Week episode.
And frankly, if you've made it this far, wow. Thank you for being a listener, and you came along with us on a weird fucking episode.
You know what?
Thank you.
I would listen to this episode.
hell yeah, hell yeah. All right, everybody. Yeah. Well, we appreciate you. Go follow us on all the social media places, and good luck out there.
And everyone wanted to know which president was the true throat goat. And
Okay, I do remember this.
And they are all some sort of eldritch monsters of yore, right?
She was also selling videos of her farting in the jar.
I hate this so much. I hate everything about this.
yeah.
Secure just over.